Free socks. Free socks.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bubba Brewer, and we will be talking professional wrestling tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling. I can say that I can only give my opinions and my beliefs on professional wrestling. We are on YouTube, so please hit like and subscribe to the Triple B Experience, my second YouTube podcast that I have going on the YouTube channels. The other one is the Steelers Dynasty podcast, which is going pretty good. This channel here is going good too. I gotta start doing a lot more stuff, get some interviews again. Last night we had myself, Shane, and Cable. We did our top 10 Marvel Comics characters. You can catch that on the replay. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's also streamed live on Facebook on the Triple B Experience and the Triple B Double D Heavyweight Podcast Facebook page. Those two pages. My personal page does not work anymore, I do not believe. So you have to subscribe to the Triple B Experience on YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody's doing good. And we're going to start talking off with some independent wrestling, some local independent wrestling this weekend. Independent wrestling is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. Look, you got to see the future stars of tomorrow today. They're economically sound going to independent shows. I know we talked about it last night with the streaming services. With this Saturday is the ESPN taking putting their foot in the water there, doing wrestling pay-per-views. I'm not too excited about that. That's just my opinion. I just think that how many more streaming services do we need? I liked it on Peacock for the price, but that's just how the billion-dollar industries do it. I'm not ever going to pay for another. I'm not paying for another fucking pay-per-view ever again. I don't care. I mean, I'll get it in the streaming services that I pay for, so I actually am paying for it. But I will never pay. I know tomorrow's AEW, you could pay $30 on HBO Max. I wouldn't fucking do that if the cows come home. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. We'll talk about that card later on the show. I don't know how long I'm going to be tonight, so it all depends. You can catch this show every Friday where I talk wrestling. And I understand since Friday night is a lot of high school football, hopefully maybe everybody will come on later. Maybe I'll get some people from the independent world jumping on to say hello in the comment area. If not, it's okay too. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's trying to be the very best that I can. Hey, Devil, how you doing? Devil's on every show that I do, man, and God bless him. And he doesn't even live around here. And ain't that the funny part? That's the cool part. Devil jumps on every show that I do. Every podcast that I do, and Devil doesn't even live in Western Pennsylvania. Doesn't even live in the state of Pennsylvania. I appreciate that. Every show, every Steelers show, boom. Every experience show, he jumps on. So I do appreciate that. And God bless him. So hopefully a couple of you guys from Western Pennsylvania can pop in. Well, maybe I piss people off. Who knows? I have a habit of doing that when I go, when I don't, there's no filter and I get very opinionated. I know that's the topic of the world anymore. You got to watch what you say and watch what you do. But god damn, if I got something to say, I'm going to say it. And there's a lot of independent shows, like I said before going into that. Independent wrestling, very economical tickets. Okay, you could take your family. You could buy, a couple wrestlers' shirts if you want. You could buy some 8x10s. You could buy a couple slices of pizza. You could spend a little money at some independent shows. Okay? Not going to a WWE show with a family of four. You'd have to mortgage your fucking house. So, but there's a couple shows. There's some, I think 3 shows coming up this weekend, Saturday. And the first show is that I have on the itinerary right now, because I am the only podcaster that actually promotes independent wrestling from other companies in Western Pennsylvania. The only podcast. That's right, the only podcast. You can sit in your houses and, drum on your keyboards, but I'm the only podcaster that actually promotes other wrestling companies. Thank you. Coming this Saturday, KSWA at MJ Steel City Saloon. So that means you could have a couple sarsaparillas. Okay? The weather's supposedly good tomorrow. I know it's coming to be, Sunday is the first day of fall. Tickets are a picnic table. It's $100. Fire tables, four people, $75, and general admission is $15. Look, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, ticket prices in independent shows, that $100 is not. That's a good deal for 6 people. Try to get 6 tickets to the WWE for $100. You're sadly mistaken. And this is the last couple more events that they have, and KSWA is going to be retiring from running promotions events in Pennsylvania. So if you want to catch them, you better catch them now. So tomorrow, 6 p.m., MJ Steel City Saloon in Coraopolis, Pennsylvania. There's the ticket number for call for events. There you go, people. So, and also, tomorrow in West Newton, Pennsylvania. There we go. Fall free for all at the House of the Renegades. There you go. Call 724-263-5830, I believe. Or you could go to www.rwalive.com for ticket information. The Reverend Ron Hunt, Beastman. So get your tickets. In West Newton, AEW star is in the house. Abaddon is in the house. So get your tickets. They run once a month in West Newton. But ladies and gentlemen, the pinnacle of wrestling companies, look, I try to promote everybody the best I can and fairly and justly. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, we have Imagine Wrestling. We have the Classic Rockers in a tag team match tomorrow night. We have the Braden Elliott versus Gorgeous Gregory for the title, the big matchup. You got Jake, the Shape. Jake Wiley will be on the card. You got to go early for Imagine Wrestling because all the front row tickets are gone. I guarantee it. There's not a bad seat in the house at the Judiana Civic Association in Altoona, Pennsylvania. 7 p.m. bell time. They get the crowd ready about 6:30. They play some songs. The crowd gets into it. I was there for the Rail City Rumble. It was a good show. And if you're not doing nothing tomorrow night, catch Imagine Wrestling. They also have a show Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock on YouTube. So catch them. Contact Big Mike for tickets and Donnie. So, like I said, I'm going to talk now about some pay-per-views. Well, hold on before I do that. IWC Super Indy, Saturday, October 4th in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Tickets are on sale now. And I wanted to say one of those people that will be in the Super Indy 24 is Big Time Bill Collier. Big Time Bill Collier will be Bound for Glory Hardcore War. The Order 4 versus the System. Big Time Bill Collier will be on TNA's Bound for Glory. So congratulations to Bill. You know, and he deserves it. He's been busting his ass for every company he's ever wrestled in. He's deserving of this. A lot of us around here will definitely be watching Bound for Glory and see Big Time Bill Collier. I believe he's Trudeau in the TNA, Agent Trudeau, I believe. And Bill will bring it on pay-per-view. And congratulations to Big Time Bill Collier and I'll be talking about that, you know, for the weeks and the weeks. Well, it's going to be here pretty soon, in a couple weeks. So, you know, get your pay-per-view tickets for the TNA Bound for Glory. So, let's go to this one here. Because like I said, I don't know how long this is going to be. You know, because, you know, I look for fan interaction, but it is Friday night. I get a lot of fan interaction. I've been doing this since Monday, doing podcasts. So, hey, I mean, wrestling is... I haven't watched Monday Night Raw in 3 weeks. So, I haven't watched AEW. So, I'm not a good one to express my philosophical opinions on the wrestling that's on TV. I mean, it's just not... I'm not, you know, gung-ho about what is going on anyway, so it's not making me want to turn the channel on to watch wrestling, which is very, very sad. It's very sad, people. So we're going to go with AEW's All Out. Okay, AEW's All Out will be tomorrow at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. They are at 3 p.m. Eastern. The price is $39.99. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Good God. So, let me just say, wow. And you can get it on HBO Max. And like I said, I'm not paying for any of that stuff. But let me get with the card, and let me give you my quick predictions, nor do I care, nor do I'm going to make money out of this, so I really don't care. But let's go with the pre-matches. Harley Cameron versus Mina Skaralova, Queen Amataya, Jesus Christ, and Willow Nightingale versus Divine Vanity, Megan Bayne. Divine Vanity is Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, and the Triangle of Madness, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I could give a fuck less. I'm just going to take Divine Vanity because they're two smoking blondes. Other than that, that's it. Okay, we got Daniel Garcia versus Katsuyori Shibata. I'm going to take Shibata. Because he's Japanese. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Okay. The Ops, Samoa Joe versus and Powerhouse Hobbs versus the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. I have no clue. I'm thinking Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is. So, let me go. Okay. AEW Tag Team Championship. Brody King and Bandito, they are the champions, versus the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, versus the Jetsons, Jet Speed, Kevin Knight and Speedball, Mike Bailey, versus the Don Callis family of, I'm going to murder this name, Hichiroka, and Josh Alexander in a ladder match. I don't care. I will say that the Brody King and Bandero retain the straps because I really don't care. They just got to be championship. I don't care. They just recently won the belt. Okay. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MVP versus Ricochet and Gates of Agony, Bishop, Quan, and Tolona. I'm going to go with the Hurt Syndicate. There you go. Unified Championship, Kazaka Otaka. Oh, I hate Japanese words, but they're so good wrestlers. Versus Kanoshi Takashita versus Mascar Dorada or the Beast Moranis. I'm going to go with the champion, Okada. Okada retains. Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill. I don't even know why they got this on the match, on the card, but what do I know? It is what it is. I'll go with Big Bill just for shits and giggles. The TBS Championship, Ladies Championship match, Mercedes Moné versus Rio. I don't even know why they got Rio in there. She weighs about 75 cents. Mercedes Moné's got 17 title belts, and she will retain. She will retain. I don't know. I have no clue. It's just, it is what it is, people. So, and then it's not worth it. Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, it's just, but she's got so many belts. So, hey, Larry Stryker of Pro Wrestling Extreme podcast. They did their picks tonight. You guys could watch the replay. They had a little bit more interaction than I do. I'm a one-man gang here. One-man gang bang. That's a good t-shirt design. That's a good gimmick, the one-man gang bang. Oh, shit. Yes. The one-man gang bang coming to an arena near you. Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to be able to watch this tomorrow. Like I said, it's at 3 o'clock. I'll be working till 3:30. Making calls. Making calls. Hello, would you like to work some overtime tomorrow? Thank you and have a great day. That's what I do. Not by choice. But, let me get to some more of these lovely matches here in the AEW All Out. We got MJF versus Mark Briscoe. Tables and Tacks match. Now, when I was on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, listening to the guys, I gave my pick on this one. I'm going to keep the same pick. Mark Briscoe needs to win something, you know what I mean? He can't be the whipping boy in AEW all over the place. So I'm going to go with Mark Briscoe to upset MJF. I do like MJF, but you know what? I haven't watched this in a long time in AEW. I just think that Tony Khan's booking ability is sometimes it's terrible. It's just god-awful. It's just terrible. But that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Just Tony Khan should put somebody else into a booking position. Seriously, Tony. I know you're not listening to this podcast. You might have subscribed. I don't know. Maybe deleted me. I don't know. But come on, dude. You got millions and millions and millions and millions and trillions of dollars. You could book stuff and make good storylines and make things work. You have 1,000 fucking wrestlers on your payroll. Make it work, dude. Give me your fucking money, and I guarantee I would do something with it. I would mold it. I mean, you got Jake Roberts, like I said all the time. You have Jake Roberts. Let Jake just couple of storylines. Jesus, God almighty, dude. Come on. Quit fucking hugging everybody and just get somebody else to write some storylines. That's all. A little harsh tonight, I guess. A little harsh. Okay, here we go. The AEW Women's World Championship match. Timeless Tony Storm, the champion, versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander versus Takala. If I said that right, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Retaining the title is Timeless Tony Storm. Tony Storm is the only thing that AEW has going that's worth anything in my mind, in my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. That's just all. That's all. She's great. She is one of the characters that AEW cultivated and is great. Great on the mic. Great. She should never lose the belt. She should keep the belt for the whole fucking millennium. How's that? That's what I'm going with. Okay. Where the hell am I at here? Okay. I don't know what the main event should be. Well, hold on. Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin in a coffin match. Okay. I'll take Darby Allin in a coffin match. Okay, so, and then we're going to go Adam, Edge, and Christian, that's all I call them, versus FTR in a tag match. I do like FTR. They're heels right now. FTR probably has to come back to the WWE so they can get some tag team titles, but also, too, tag team wrestling is not the way it used to be for me, and one time FTR was one of the great tag teams of this era, but I don't know now because I just don't like where they're going. So I'm going to take Edge and Christian to upset FTR. And the last main event, if you want to call it a main event, is the AEW World Championship match. The champion Hangman Adam Page versus Kyle Fletcher. I would say Hangman Page retains, but I honestly don't care because it's not worthy. I don't know. This pay-per-view, it's 3 o'clock, be done by 7 o'clock. So it is what it is, So that's tomorrow. There's 2 pay-per-views on the same fucking day, which is totally stupid. No offense. It's like having 7 wrestling shows or 4 wrestling shows independently on the same day also. It's overkill. Who the fuck's going to watch 8 hours of wrestling against college football? Dumb. But anyway, ESPN thinks they're all that in a bag of chips. So here we go. Well, maybe I don't. I don't know. There we go. Wrestlepalooza in Indianapolis. Pay-per-view, first ever on ESPN. They hurry up and did it fast. So yeah, I'm not paying for it. So let's talk a little bit here on the WWE. It's first pay-per-view event on ESPN. Okay, they kick off the ESPN deal ahead of schedule. Wrestlepalooza was the name of an ECW show in the late 90s and early 2000s. WWE choose to revive the name. Okay. Well, they got some big matches on this card, if you want to say that. Okay. Okay, so there's let me see here. Okay, let me see if I got all the matches. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 matches. Maybe at SmackDown they might have an extra one, but you know what? I'm only playing at home here, so it doesn't really matter. And I will go the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso versus the Vision. Not the Vision from MCU with the Scarlet Witch. The Vision with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Okay. I'm going to take, if they got any type of push or any type of anything that they need to do, they have to push the Vision, which is a stupid-ass fucking name, has to beat these guys, and they have to get tag team gold here very soon. So I'm going with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to upset the Usos. There you go. And Women's World Championship match. Now, the title was up for grabs due to Naomi. She got knocked up, and she had to put the title, on the shelf. So they're gonna crown a new champion. So, and this is the biggest match in Stephanie Vakir's career. This is her big match. This is her huge match in the WWE. But she is going against Io Sky. Io Sky is money. Take that to the bank. Sky is money. So this will probably be the best match, one of the best matches on the card. And I've been a big, huge Io Sky fan. And I am, because I took Io Sky to win, and then Naomi come in and cash that title. I'm taking Io Sky to become the new champion. Valkyrie, it's too early for her right now. This is just saying, it's too early. But what do I know? But I'm going with Io Sky. Io Sky. Okay. Oh, sorry, I got a little sinus congestion here. I can hear myself talk. It's just bad. I got allergies now. I have no clue what the hell's going on. I'm just trying to do whatever. Undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes is champion. Okay, versus Drew McIntyre. Now, I do love Drew McIntyre. Not in that kind of love, but I do wish that Drew McIntyre would be able to win a title and actually defend it in front of people would be great, since he won the title during that lovely COVID era, which fucking sucked. So, you know what? I know it's not going to happen because Randy will probably come out and cost Drew McIntyre the win. But let's just say, I'll say Cody Rhodes wins by disqualification. Because of Randy come out and, attacking him, maybe. So we shall see. There we go. Okay. Mixed tag team match. Seth Rollins and his wife, Becky Lynch, versus the husband and wife couple of CM Punk and AJ Lee, who made her triumphant return to WWE and has not wrestled in the Fed since 2015. Nobody ever thought that would happen. Hell would freeze over. Well, hell has froze over. I'm going to take CM Punk and AJ Lee for the win. Because she just showed up. She's not going to lose. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. But, okay, where am I at here? And on his retirement tour match, it just continues. It just continues. Brock Lesnar, who made a controversial return and attacked Cena after he dropped the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes. And then he attacked Cena again during Cena's United States Championship match with Sami Zayn. So, this is all going to lead to a match. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Good. I don't know who to take, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go with the Peacemaker because I just watched the show, and I'm just going to keep going with the Peacemaker because his retirement tour keeps on churning. Nothing against Brock Lesnar. Maybe somebody will, I don't know. I got nothing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it all depends how it goes. So, I mean, that's tomorrow. That's 2 pay-per-views. That's 25 hours of pay-per-view wrestling tomorrow. That's going to cost you whatever. And damn, I hate Ed Dalton. Hate him as a coach. I'm watching a high school football game. Guy's an asshole. I'll just call it the way I see it. Hi, I'm Ed Dalton and blah, 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 blah. So that's in my local high school area. But look, tomorrow night we got All Out, 3 o'clock. Probably 7 o'clock for Wrestlepalooza. And tomorrow night you're gonna have, if you're in the, if you want to watch independent wrestling, you got KSWA at 6 p.m. You got RWA 7, and you got Imagine Wrestling, rounding out all the independents that I know of that are running tomorrow. Because it was in my Facebook feed, and I try to help people out, and I try to pay it forward. That's all I do. That is all I do. So try to get your tickets to support independent wrestling, the future stars of tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am gonna rock and roll out of here. Friday night turnbuckle talk is finito bonito. You can hit like and subscribe. We are on every Thursday night at 9 p.m. I got my guests Shane, Stodmiller, and Cable coming on, and we will be talking Thursday night. We will be giving our top 10 Marvel super teams, whether good or bad. And then on the Steeler Dynasty podcast at 12:30 Sunday, the Steelers faced the New England Patriots in New England, in Massachusetts. Steelers are 1-1. We have a live stream. Myself and Shane will be rocking like we do, and we'll be taking your questions and comments in the Dynasty Super Chats. There, we started doing some Super Chats. Our community is very, very great. I'm trying to build this up on the experience line here, and we will go from there. But hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience on a Friday night. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. You can hit the replay. You can hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your mother. Tell your grandmother. Tell your girlfriend. Tell your wife. Tell your 7 other people that you're hooking up with too. It doesn't matter. Just to hit the like and subscribe. And we'll be back next Friday to talk some wrestling. When I'll throw in some independent wrestling shows out if there is any next week. If not, I'll keep promoting independent wrestling. Like I said, I'm the only podcaster that does promote other people's company stuff. The APWF, here's the logo. We ran one show, and it's very hard to run wrestling when it's you got a couple people doing everything, and it's very, very hard. So if I do one show a year, I'm happy. If I don't do another fucking show ever again, I'm happy too. So hey, unless somebody wants to put a lot of money in and do whatever, I'm always game. It's about the money, people. Just saying. So, okay, people, well, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side. So you guys have a great night and a better tomorrow, and I'm out. Peace out, people. See you next week. See you next week.